In a busy city, there lived a young woman named Mia. She worked as a marketing assistant in a big company. Mia was in her late 20s, and she had bright, curly hair and warm, brown eyes. She was always cheerful and loved to smile. At work, she wanted to do her best, but things were not always easy. Mia wanted a promotion, but she often felt stressed and anxious. This made it hard for her to focus on her tasks. Mia grew up in a small town. Her parents taught her the value of hard work. Her father was a teacher, and her mother was a nurse. They always encouraged Mia to follow her dreams. As a child, Mia loved writing stories and drawing pictures. She spent many hours imagining adventures and making her own books. Art was her passion, and it made her happy. When she moved to the big city for her job, she wanted to use her creativity in marketing. However, being in a new place was not easy for her. The city was fast and loud. Sometimes it felt overwhelming. At work, Mia faced many challenges. Her team was competitive, and everyone wanted to be the best. Her boss was strict, and sometimes she felt nervous when he spoke to her. Mia often worried about making mistakes. She would spend hours thinking about her work and how to improve. Each day, she tried to think positively, but her self-doubt made her feel pressure. She wanted to show her boss that she could handle more responsibility. Mia dreamed of becoming a marketing manager someday. However, she struggled with building strong relationships with her team. In her free time, Mia enjoyed visiting art galleries and taking photographs of the city. She loved capturing moments and telling stories through her pictures. This helped her feel relaxed, but she rarely had time for herself because she worked long hours. Mia wanted to find a way to balance work and personal life. She knew that to grow, she needed to learn new skills, like negotiation and time management. These skills would help her in her career. Mia also wanted to build friendships at work. Sometimes, she felt lonely, even when surrounded by coworkers. To help herself grow, Mia decided to take action. She signed up for a workshop on professional development. This workshop would teach her valuable skills that she could use at work. She hoped it would also help her manage her stress better. It was a big step for her, and she felt both excited and nervous. This journey was important for Mia. By learning to overcome her fears and build confidence, she wanted to become a stronger version of herself. Through her experiences, Mia hoped to find balance in her life. She knew that with hard work and support, she could face the challenges before her. Mia looked forward to what lay ahead, ready to embrace new lessons and friendships. As she took her first step toward growth, she felt a spark of hope within her. With each challenge, she aimed to shine brighter in her career and life. As Mia settled into her new routine, she found herself facing a difficult situation at work. One of her coworkers, Lisa, had a way of making things hard for the others. Lisa was very clever, but she often acted mean. She liked to make jokes about Mia's ideas in meetings. At first, Mia thought Lisa was just teasing, but soon it became clear that Lisa's words were hurtful. Mia felt embarrassed every time someone laughed at a joke about her work. One day during a team meeting, Mia shared a new idea to improve their marketing plan. She felt proud and excited. "I think we can use social media to reach more people," Mia said, her voice a bit shaky. Lisa quickly shrugged and said loudly, "That is a silly idea, Mia. Everyone knows that doesn't work. Why waste time on that?" The laughter of the team made Mia's cheeks turn red. She felt small under the attention. Mia tried to smile, but inside, she felt crushed. From that moment on, things got worse. Lisa started to ignore Mia during their projects. If Mia asked Lisa for help, she would roll her eyes and say, "Figure it out yourself." Mia felt isolated and alone. She remembered her parents telling her to stand up for herself, but it was hard. Every day, Mia would go home after work and wonder if she was good enough. She questioned her ideas and doubted her skills. The pressure was building, and she felt more anxious with each passing day. At times, Mia thought about speaking to their boss, but she feared it would make things worse. What if he didn't believe her? With her heart racing, Mia kept her worries to herself. One afternoon, there was a meeting where the whole team had to present their projects. Mia worked late the night before to make sure her presentation was perfect. She was nervous, but she clung to the belief that she could prove her value. When it was her turn, she walked up to share her ideas. She took a deep breath and began to speak. However, as soon as she started, Lisa interrupted. "This is boring, Mia. Can we move on?" "Nobody cares about your story," she said, smirking. Mia's voice became quiet. She felt her hands shake as embarrassment washed over her. Everyone looked down, avoiding eye contact, and the tension was thick in the air. Mia wanted to respond. She wanted to tell Lisa to stop, but the words stuck in her throat. It felt scary to stand up to someone like Lisa, who always acted so confidently. A few of her teammates stole glances at Mia. Some looked uncomfortable, as if they felt sorry for her. Inside, Mia felt a mix of courage and fear. She wanted to be brave and speak up. On her walk home that day, the bright city lights felt dim. Mia considered giving up. But deep down, she realized she had to be stronger. Being treated poorly was not fair, and she knew she deserved better. She thought of the workshop she had signed up for and felt a flicker of hope. Mia decided she would face Lisa and take control of her work life. She would not let Lisa dim her light. Mia's journey was just beginning, and she felt determined to stand up for herself. It was time to find her voice. Mia's determination to stand up for herself was strong, but the days that followed became even harder. The atmosphere at work felt heavy. Each time she entered the office, she could sense Lisa's eyes watching her. Mia tried to ignore it. She focused on her tasks, but it became difficult. The pressure from Lisa's bullying began to seep into her mind. Instead of feeling creative and inspired, Mia noticed she was becoming anxious and tired. Her confidence started to wane. When Mia sat at her desk, she often stared blankly at her computer screen. Thoughts raced in her head. Am I not good enough? She started to doubt her ideas and skills more and more. Each time her coworkers discussed projects, Mia felt like an outsider. They would whisper and share smiles, while Mia sat quietly. The fun conversations made her feel lonely, and she wondered if they were talking about her behind her back. It was such a painful feeling. Some days, Mia just wanted to go home and cry. She felt stressed and unhappy. At her lunch breaks, she would find herself eating alone. Although the break room was full of people, it felt empty to her. Her heart sank when she saw others laughing and chatting together. Mia missed the warmth of friendship. It seemed that every attempt to join in was met with Lisa's sharp words or cold silence from her colleagues. On one particularly hard day, Mia heard Lisa say, "Why is she even here? She messes up everything." The words cut deep, and Mia felt the tears sting her eyes. She pushed them back, knowing that crying at work might make it worse. Instead, she pulled out her notebook, trying to write down ideas for a project. But even that was hard. She felt drained and discouraged. Mia began to face an internal battle. She thought about her choices. Should she fight back? Standing up to Lisa felt risky. What if it made things even worse? Or should she stay silent and just endure it? That option felt lonely and painful. The thought of quitting crossed her mind, but starting over somewhere else felt scary. What if it was just as bad in a different place? At night, Mia lay awake, thinking about her future. What if I am not cut out for this job? She whispered to herself. The more she questioned her abilities, the more anxious she became. It hurt to feel so lost. Mia wanted to be strong. She wanted to be the professional her parents believed she could be. But with each passing day, the weight of doubt crushed that hope a little more. During one quiet moment, Mia revisited her workshop materials and saw a quote, "Your voice matters." It spoke to her heart, reminding her why she signed up for the workshop in the first place. Perhaps finding her voice meant facing her fears and confronting Lisa. As she thought of this, a small spark of courage started to grow inside her. It was not easy, and it was still scary, but Mia began to feel that she could find a way out of this dark place. Determined to change her situation, she knew she could not let Lisa take control of her happiness. Mia was ready to fight back against the bullying. She wanted to show everyone her potential, but she also needed more than courage. Whatever happened next, she needed to believe in herself and trust her ability to rise above the challenges. It was a step, but a powerful one, and Mia began to feel hopeful again. One stormy afternoon, Mia faced her greatest challenge yet. She had been working hard on a new marketing campaign, staying late and doing her best to impress her boss. After weeks of preparation, she was excited to present her idea to the team. Although she felt some nerves, she believed in her work. This was her moment to shine. However, as she prepared for the meeting, the shadows of stress and doubt tugged at her confidence. When the meeting began, Mia sat at the table with her team. Her heart raced. She cleared her throat and started her presentation. "Today, I want to share some ideas about our new campaign. I believe it can really attract more customers." As she spoke, Mia saw Lisa sitting across from her. Lisa's face twisted into a mocking grin. Instead of listening, Lisa cracked jokes and whispered to others. The laughter from her coworkers filled the room, taking away Mia's energy and focus. The supportive atmosphere she hoped for turned cold and harsh. Just as Mia reached the most important part of her speech, Lisa interrupted. "You really think anyone cares about these silly ideas, Mia? You are wasting everyone's time." Lisa's voice echoed around the room. Gasps filled the air as shock spread among the team. Mia's heart dropped, and she froze. In that moment, all her hard work felt worthless. She looked at her notes in front of her, but the words blurred as tears filled her eyes. Fear surged through her body. Mia fought back the rising emotions, but it was too late. She felt the hot sting of tears about to fall. This was the breaking point. Mia realized she could not allow Lisa to run over her anymore. Deep inside, anger mixed with sadness. How had it come to this? Despite her dreams and hope, this moment made her feel small. Why did she let Lisa's words hurt her like this? As the room filled with awkward silence, Mia felt a spark of courage grow within her. She lifted her head, and with trembling hands, she made a choice. She would stand up for herself right there, despite the fear of what might happen. "Lisa," Mia said, her voice rising above the whispering. "I believe in my ideas, and I deserve to be heard. Your negativity does not help anyone." A hush washed over the group. Mia's boldness surprised her own heart. For the first time, she took control of her feelings. Lisa stared back in disbelief, her smile erased. At that moment, Mia realized she could no longer be silent. Standing strong, she spoke again, even louder this time. "I am tired of feeling belittled. We are a team, and we should support each other." After Mia's words filled the air, something shifted within her. She felt alive, like a weight had lifted. In facing Lisa and her own fears, she broke the silence and seized her power back. The room was still, leaving only the sound of her breath echoing as it steadied. Although the outcome was unknown, Mia's heart now beat with strength. In the eyes of her coworkers, she saw surprise and something else, perhaps respect. Though fear still lingered, Mia began to believe that she had made the right choice. This moment would not only change the meeting, it would change her future. She felt hope rise within her, warm against the stress that had built up. Mia understood now that change was not only possible, it had already begun. She finally felt free. The silence in the meeting was heavy after Mia's bold words. For a moment, no one moved or spoke. Lisa sat frozen, surprise on her face. Mia felt a surge of courage, but it quickly turned to anxiety. Her hands trembled, and she could hear her heart pounding loudly in her chest. What had she just done? Did she go too far? Doubts began to creep back into her mind, threatening to unravel her bravery. Mia's boss broke the silence. "Mia, I appreciate your passion, but it's important to communicate with respect," he said, his brows raised. His tone was calm, but it felt like a heavy weight on Mia's shoulders. She could sense the disappointment in his voice. "Let's focus on the ideas and not personal attacks." The sharpness of his words hit Mia hard. She had thought she was standing up for herself, but now she felt exposed and regretful. As people turned their attention back to Lisa, Mia sat back down, feeling smaller than ever. Lisa smirked and shifted in her seat, clearly not remorseful. "See, just another emotional outburst," she muttered, her voice low but audible enough for others to hear. The words stabbed at Mia, twisting the knife of doubt deeper. What if I really am just overreacting? She thought. The heat of anger that had fueled her had cooled now, replaced by a sickening swirl of regret. The meeting continued, but Mia felt detached. She wanted to disappear. Every laugh, every whisper from the team around her felt like a reminder of her failure. Did she lose her chance for a promotion? Would her boss now think her unfit for the job? She had worked so hard to prove herself, yet here she was, feeling like a fool. She kept her head down, avoiding eye contact with her coworkers. The rest of the day dragged on. Mia felt dizzy and overwhelmed by guilt. Maybe she was too emotional. Maybe Lisa was right to mock her. Those thoughts flooded her mind. The pressure of the last few weeks crashed down hard, and Mia began to doubt all her abilities. She pinched her eyes shut, wishing she could go back in time to the moment before she spoke. There was a deep yearning to escape, to not face anyone again. When it was finally time to leave, Mia trudged home in a fog of despair. The city lights seemed harsh, and the noise felt overwhelming. Each step felt heavy, and the familiar streets now looked foreign. The warmth of home that usually brought comfort felt distant. Once inside, she collapsed onto her bed and let out a sob. Everything felt chaotic and beyond her control. Mia's heart sank as she picked up her phone to check for updates or messages. Silence greeted her. The understanding from her coworkers was nowhere to be found. She felt unbelievably alone. As the darkness of her room surrounded her, shadows of doubt spiraled around her thoughts. Was confronting Lisa the wrong choice? Would she lose her job over this? In that moment of despair, Mia felt trapped between two worlds. On one side, if she had kept silent, perhaps she could have avoided this pain. On the other side, not speaking up had caused her so much heartache. She wanted to shake off the crushing feelings and push through, but felt lost in an ocean of fear. Yet, deep down, a small light flickered. It whispered a reminder that she had spoken her truth, and that alone was a step toward finding her way. But right now, all Mia could feel was the weight of uncertainty and sadness that surrounded her. As Mia lay on her bed, tears streaming down her face, she felt completely lost. The darkness of doubt surrounded her. Suddenly, her phone buzzed. It was a message from Sophia, her friend from the workshop. "Hey, I've been thinking about you. Want to meet for coffee tomorrow?" Mia hesitated, but then felt a small spark of hope. Maybe talking to Sophia could help. The next morning, she put on a brave face and headed to the coffee shop. The warm smell of coffee filled the air, and she found Sophia sitting at a table, her smile brightening the room. "Mia, you look a bit stressed," she said softly, concern clear in her eyes. Sitting down, Mia shared everything: the meeting, Lisa's comments, and her own feelings of failure. As she spoke, she felt the weight begin to lift. Sophia listened attentively, nodding and giving Mia her full attention. After Mia finished, Sophia said gently, "I am sorry you went through this, but you are not alone. Have you thought about what you want to do next?" Mia looked down at her drink. "I don't know. I thought standing up for myself was the right thing. But now I feel like I messed everything up." Sophia thought for a moment before responding. "Mia, standing up for yourself is not a mistake. You have every right to share your ideas and thoughts. Lisa's bullying says more about her than it does about you." A flicker of realization hit Mia. Perhaps Sophia was right. Lisa's words were meant to hurt. In that moment, Mia remembered her first dreams of working in marketing. Dreams of sharing her creativity, of being part of a team, and of making an impact. This was not how it was supposed to be. "Think about what you love about your job," Sophia encouraged her. "What inspires you to keep going?" Mia began to reflect deeply. She loved creating campaigns, engaging with customers, and using her imagination. Those parts of her work made her feel alive, even if she once felt overshadowed. Sitting across from Sophia, Mia felt a wave of determination wash over her. It was clear now. She didn't have to let Lisa's negativity win. Yes, there were challenges, but Mia had good qualities, too. With newfound strength, she realized she could choose to carve her own path. The ideas she brought to work were valuable. They mattered. "I don't want to let this situation defeat me," Mia said, her voice stronger, filled with purpose. "I want to show everyone what I can do, even if that means facing my fears again." Sophia smiled brightly, clearly proud of her friend. From that moment on, Mia resolved not to allow fear to control her life. She felt a shift within herself. There was no more room for doubt. The past few days had been hard, but they were only a chapter in her story. What truly mattered was how she would write the next part. Mia left the coffee shop feeling lighter. As she walked home, each step felt more confident. She understood now that nothing great comes from staying silent. Even if it meant facing tough conversations in the future, she was ready. With the support of her friend and a clearer vision of her goals, Mia knew that she could embrace the challenges ahead. Change was in her hands, and she was willing to fight for it. Hope filled her heart, like sunshine breaking through clouds. That day marked the beginning of a new journey. Falling action. After her conversation with Sophia, Mia felt a newfound sense of clarity. The dark clouds of doubt that had been hanging over her began to lift. With each step she took, she felt lighter and more empowered. No longer was she just reacting to what others thought of her. Now, she was choosing to respond with strength. The following day at work was critical. Mia arrived at the office with a purpose. She walked to her desk and took a deep breath. Instead of carrying the weight of anxiety, she chose to focus on her upcoming project. I believe in my ideas, she reminded herself quietly. Making a list of her thoughts, she gathered her brainstorming notes and started to craft a new plan for the marketing campaign. Mia found joy in her creativity as she filled the page with colorful drawings and ideas. At midday, during a team lunch, Mia saw this as an opportunity to reconnect with her coworkers. When Lisa sat nearby, Mia took a deep breath. This was her chance to take a step toward building relationships. Gathering her courage, she turned to the group. I have an idea I want to share about the project, she started, her voice steady. What do you all think of incorporating some fun social media challenges? It could help engage customers. To her surprise, the team listened. They nodded and began to share their own thoughts. Mia felt the warmth of connection as ideas flowed freely around the table. For the first time, there was laughter, and her heart swelled. The energy shifted from the past sense of isolation to a new sense of belonging. Even Lisa offered a suggestion, and Mia accepted it with gratitude. Every word, every smile, made her feel stronger. She was becoming part of the group again. Over the next few weeks, Mia dove deeply into her work, channeling her passion and creativity into the marketing campaign. She decided to lead a short presentation in the following meeting to inspire her coworkers with her vision. The date seemed far off, but she was ready. Daily, she practiced in front of her mirror, visualizing success. The fear that once held her captive was being replaced with excitement for the future. Mia met with her boss after a few days to seek feedback. Nervously, she presented her ideas, explaining each aspect of her plan with confidence. Instead of the frown she feared, her boss smiled and nodded. Great work, Mia. I appreciate your enthusiasm and fresh ideas, he said, encouraging her. His praise made her radiant inside, filling her with a sense of accomplishment. When her campaign finally launched, something magical happened. The positive response from the team and customers gave Mia the energy she needed to keep pushing forward. Comments poured in, and engagement rose quickly. Mia felt proud, and the triumph fueled her belief in her abilities. There was still a way ahead, but the dark clouds no longer loomed. Each day became a new step filled with purpose and determination. Mia's experience showed her that self-advocacy and creativity made a difference, and she could choose to enjoy the journey ahead despite challenges. Through hard work and a little voice deep within, she now understood the power of self-belief. Mia looked forward to new adventures, ready to shine brighter than ever. The mindset shift held new energy, and she felt eager for whatever came next. She was finally in control of her journey, embracing her strengths and lighting the way ahead. Hope filled her heart as she stepped forward into her future. After the campaign launch, Mia felt a new sense of power. She understood that she had a voice, and it mattered. With this confidence, she decided it was time to create healthy boundaries in her workplace. Mia knew she could not let Lisa's bullying continue. The change had to start now, and she felt ready to take the right steps for her well-being. One day, as Mia arrived at work, she encountered Lisa in the break room. Lisa was laughing with another coworker, and the moment felt tense. As Mia poured her coffee, she heard Lisa say, "I'm surprised Mia didn't cry during her presentation. She is so dramatic." Shame washed over Mia as she listened, but she took a deep breath and walked up to Lisa. "I heard what you said," Mia declared, her voice steady but firm. "It is not okay to speak about me like that." Lisa looked shocked for a moment. No one had ever stood up to her directly. "You think everyone cares about your feelings?" Lisa retorted, crossing her arms. But Mia held her ground. "I'm working hard for this team, and I deserve respect. I will not let you speak to me that way," she insisted. The other coworker watched, and Mia noticed a mix of surprise and admiration in their eyes. They did not move to back Lisa, which gave Mia a boost of confidence. Standing there, Mia could feel her heart racing, but she pushed through the fear. This was a defining moment. To her relief, Lisa did not retaliate further. Instead, she turned away with a huff. Feeling empowered, Mia approached her boss later that day. She wanted to discuss the recent behavior of Lisa and ensure the office was a safe place for everyone. With courage in her voice, she explained how Lisa's comments affected her and others in the office. "I believe in teamwork and support, and I want that for everyone we work with," Mia said earnestly. Her boss listened carefully. "Thank you for bringing this to my attention, Mia. I will address it," he said. Mia felt a wave of relief wash over her. She realized speaking up was crucial not just for herself, but for others who might feel the same way. Protecting her space and sharing her concerns felt empowering. When she returned to her desk, Mia noticed a change in her co-workers' behavior. Some came by to say they supported her. "It was brave of you to talk to Lisa like that," one colleague remarked. This support made Mia glow with warmth. Her workplace was becoming a closer community, and together they could build respect. However, not everyone accepted the change. Lisa started to avoid Mia further and refused to engage. Mia learned that setting boundaries meant facing resistance, but she was prepared. Instead of feeling isolated, she leaned on the support of her other colleagues. With each step, Mia's belief in herself grew stronger. The next week, Mia organized a team lunch to boost morale. She invited everyone, including Lisa, hoping this might soften the tension. It wasn't easy for Mia, but she saw it as an opportunity to foster connections. Mia approached the lunch with an open heart, keen to rebuild not just her own confidence, but also a positive workplace atmosphere for everyone involved. Realizing she had the courage to change her environment reminded Mia of her own strength. She now believed progressively transforming her workplace was possible, and she longed for everyone to feel safe and valued. Each bound she set established a solid foundation where healthy communication and respect could flourish. This shift did not just impact Mia, it had the potential to uplift the entire team. She remained hopeful that good things lay ahead for all of them. Mia's effort to build a better work environment was beginning to show results. After the team lunch, a noticeable change washed over the office. While Lisa continued to act standoffish toward Mia, others began to engage positively. Colleagues, who once seemed distant, now smiled and chatted with Mia more often. The support she received from them felt like a warm blanket. Each interaction filled her with hope and confidence. One bright morning, Mia discovered a surprise in her inbox. It was an email from her boss. "Thanks for your great work, Mia. I would like you to lead the next presentation for our new product launch," he wrote. The words made her heart race with excitement. This was a significant moment, her chance to showcase not only her skills, but also her vision for the future. She felt proud and thrilled. Feeling energized, Mia reached out to her supportive coworkers. "I have this big presentation coming up. Can we all meet to brainstorm ideas together?" she proposed. The group excitedly agreed, and within days, they gathered after work to collaborate. Their energy filled the room, and Mia led the conversation. She listened to everyone's ideas and encouraged suggestions. Each voice contributed to a lively discussion. The room buzzed with creativity, and Mia felt alive again, reminding her of why she loved her job. As they worked together, Mia felt more powerful than ever. A strong sense of unity emerged as they shared laughter and brainstormed. Suddenly, Lisa entered the room. "What are you all doing?" she asked, a hint of sarcasm in her voice. Before Mia could say anything, one coworker replied boldly, "We're planning a great presentation. Mia is leading us. Maybe you should join in and support the team." Mia felt a rush of pride. Her colleagues had backed her up, proving that the toxic atmosphere was slowly changing. Mia smiled, grateful for the support. Lisa scoffed, but Mia knew she had plenty of allies now. This show of solidarity was a significant victory for Mia. It clearly represented how strong her relationships had evolved. They were no longer defined by Lisa's negativity. In the following days, as Mia prepared for the presentation, her confidence grew. She took time to practice her speech and went over her visual aids. Each run-through became easier, and her excitement flourished. She visualized success as she practiced, imagining each applause and smile. Mia realized that while the toxic energy from Lisa was still present, it no longer held power over her. She had shifted her focus to real connections with her team. They encouraged each other and responded to negativity with kindness. Finally, the day of the presentation arrived. Mia stood in front of her audience, nerves bubbling in her stomach but excitement pushing through. As she delivered her ideas, she noticed the smiles and nodding heads in the audience. Every word felt strong and authentic. With every slide and response, Mia felt more in control than ever. She impressed her boss and inspired her team. At the end of the presentation, the room erupted in supportive applause. Mia beamed with pride, a deep sense of satisfaction washing over her. She had transformed not just in the professional realm, but also personally. This achievement marked a new chapter in her journey, one filled with collaboration, respect, and growth. Mia's small victory solidified her strength and set the stage for even greater success ahead. As she walked away, she felt a sense of peace. She understood that she could face challenges head-on and thrive even amidst adversity. This was her moment and a testament to how far she had come. Resolution. As weeks passed after the successful presentation, Mia noticed a significant change in herself and the workplace environment. She felt confident, stronger, and ready to embrace new challenges. Her bold stand against negativity had warmed the workplace atmosphere, and the team worked more harmoniously now than ever. Mia took satisfaction in seeing her co-workers supporting one another and voicing their ideas without fear. However, the shadow of Lisa's behavior lingered. While Mia felt proud of her progress, she realized that Lisa's negativity was not just an obstacle, but a lesson in resilience. Finally, Mia decided to talk to her boss again about the importance of fostering a positive work environment. "I think we should create a culture where everyone feels valued," she suggested during a meeting. "We can hold regular team-building activities and workshops to help everyone feel included." Her boss liked the idea, and soon, Mia found herself leading these initiatives. Planning events and workshops filled her with joy. Each activity brought the team closer, creating healthy relationships and mutual respect. As Mia helped her colleagues, she saw Lisa slowly transform, too. The less attention Lisa received, the less power she had. It was evident that the support of the team made a real difference. Meanwhile, Mia kept dreaming big. She set long-term goals for herself, wanting to expand her skills beyond her current role. She wanted to take courses and gain more knowledge in marketing strategies. During her time in the workshop, she had met lovely people and learned crucial skills, which inspired her to pursue a certification program. Mia believed that with hard work and a focus on her dreams, her future could be bright. One afternoon, as she reflected on her progress, Mia realized how much she had grown. She no longer saw her job merely as a means to an end. The experience had taught her the importance of creating a supportive community at work. More than just achieving personal success, she aimed to help others do the same. Mia sought a work-life balance that nurtured her creativity and well-being without compromising on joy. After a few months of leading the initiatives and studying, Mia felt ready for a broader role in her career. She approached her boss once more. "I'm interested in taking on more responsibility and possibly considering a future promotion," she stated with clear intent. Her boss smiled, impressed by Mia's dedication. "I see a lot of potential in you. Let's work together on your career plans," he said. The conversation left Mia filled with hope and excitement. It became clear that Mia had transformed through her journey. She had confidently turned challenges into opportunities, not letting fear control her anymore. Instead of escape, she embraced resilience. With every small victory, she was rebuilding her work life to reflect her values and creativity. She was nurturing a strong support system, free from toxicity, one that would strengthen the bond between coworkers and encourage mutual growth. The atmosphere of the office was positive, filled with support and growth. Mia felt she was finally putting her goals into action. Now, she did not solely focus on her challenges, but on relationships built through collaboration and respect. Mia understood that change was not always easy, but it could lead to brighter days ahead. As she looked out the office window at the bustling city below, Mia felt gratitude for all she had overcome. The journey ahead was filled with potential, and she was ready to meet each step of the way with optimism and courage. The path she chose would lead her to her dreams. She was not just an overachiever. She was a leader in her right, preparing to inspire others. This fulfilling new chapter in her life was just beginning. As Mia moved through her day-to-day activities at work, she could feel a tangible shift in the atmosphere surrounding her. The office buzzed with ideas and collaboration, and the negativity that once lingered was slowly fading away. She smiled at her coworkers, knowing they were a team united in effort. Mia felt proud of how far she had come. Each day, she was not only doing her job, she was also shaping a vibrant work culture. Mia took her goals seriously, and with renewed energy, she signed up for the marketing certification course she had long wanted. The lessons challenged her, but she embraced each moment of learning. She found joy in both the studying and the conversations with her classmates. They shared experiences and supported one another, just as her co-workers at the office did. Over time, Mia realized just how much she loved this new path and the growth it brought. One sunny morning, Mia received an email that made her heart race. It was from her boss inviting her to lead a new project aimed at expanding their market reach. "I believe you are ready for this," he wrote. Thrilled by the opportunity, Mia felt a surge of confidence. This was a significant moment that showed her how her dedication and hard work had paid off. With knowledge gained in her courses and the support of her coworkers, Mia was ready to embrace this challenge head-on. Mia started preparing for this new project, reaching out to her team to gather ideas and set goals. She created an open plan that invited everyone to share thoughts, inspiring creativity in each participant. Mia's leadership style developed from a place of understanding and collaboration. Each meeting became an interactive space where voices were heard and ideas flourished. It felt amazing to watch her dream of a strong team culture becoming a reality. As she navigated this project, Mia continued to grow personally as well. She recognized the importance of a healthy work-life balance. Every week, she made sure to set aside time for herself to recharge. Mia practiced mindfulness and reflected on her journey. Walking in the park and taking art classes brought her peace and happiness. These moments of self-care helped maintain her energy, allowing her to keep her focus on both her personal and professional lives. Looking ahead, Mia explored new career aspirations and began researching potential paths that excited her. She discovered that she wanted to become a mentor for others, guiding individuals who faced similar challenges in their careers. These ambitions motivated her further to create an inclusive environment where others could thrive as she had. As she grew into this role, Mia organized workshops, sharing the lessons she learned about resilience and teamwork. She encouraged her colleagues to express their voices, support each other, and pursue their individual professional goals. Mia knew that the workplace was only as strong as the bonds of its people. With every small step, Mia built a brighter future filled with endless possibilities. She understood she had the power to shape not only her own journey, but also the environment around her. The once paralyzing fear transformed into excitement for each new day. As she stared out at the vibrant skyline from her office window, Mia felt a sense of pride. If someone had told her earlier that her career path would lead to this level of fulfillment, she might not have believed it. Yet here she was, preparing for the next great adventure with courage in her heart. Mia was ready to face her future, no longer burdened by the past. She embraced life and inspired those around her, knowing that improvement was always possible with determination and support. The story of her life was just beginning, and it was going to be incredible.